Good afternoon to all. It gives immense pleasure to deliver the welcome address in this webinar. May heartily welcome to our Vice Chairman, Engineer E.V. Kumaran sir. I welcome our Registrar, Dr. R. Satyasilan sir. My warm welcome to our Principal, Dr. R. Ravichandran sir, and various heads of the department, faculties, and my dear students. On behalf of Institution Innovation Council of Aruna Engineering College and Department of Computer Science and Engineering, I welcome you all for this gathering for the webinar on the emerging opportunities for Internet of Things. So on behalf of the institution, I welcome Mr. Gauri Shankar R., a senior software engineering, Robert Bosch Engineering and Business Solutions Private Limited, and Mr. Srinivasan N., senior software engineering in KPIT. And I also thanks to Mr. Venkat sir to provide this opportunity to take the two eminent persons in the field of IoT. So I welcome Mr. Venkatakrishna, founder and CEO, an innovator and entrepreneur, and Strido Technologies Private Limited. So I take this opportunity to welcome you all. So I request our principal to felicitate the gathering. Please, sir.
Good afternoon, all of you.
Good afternoon, sir.
So it's my pleasure to be part of this August function, Emerging Opportunities for Internet of Things webinar. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can proceed, sir.
Okay. So the Internet of Things is the needy hour of topic, and all the students are required to have some updation and some, if possible, some courses in the emerging area of Internet of Things. So rightly chosen by Dr. Jyotish Kumar, Head of the Department of Computer Science. I have immense pleasure in welcoming Mr. Venkatakrishnan, CEO of Strido Technologies, and Mr. N. Srinivasan of KPIT, and Mr. Gauri Shankar of Robert Bosch Engineering and Business Solutions to this great function. You know, the Internet of Things, the moment Internet was introduced into India, there was so many doubts, and people doubted whether it is possible and whether it will work or not, like that. Even we had a joke in the Hindu newspaper that one person was sitting in home and his wife was saying, you cannot download the vegetables from internet. But today it has become true that you can download vegetables from internet. You can order Amazon or some other and get it downloaded to your doorstep. So that is the power of internet. And so the things, the devices, appliances are to be connected with internet. Then the entire world will change like anything before. You know, we have, once we go to the office or go to some place, we have a doubt that whether we have switched off the AC or fan or the refrigerator, something like that. We feel helpless going to office and can't do something in our home. Even some people are afraid that they cannot look after their children who may be fighting in their home with each other when they are in office. It's today it's possible that we can avoid all such things. We can monitor what is happening in our home. We can switch on, switch off the appliances right from here. Also coming to the market, we forget to buy things, vegetables and groceries like that. So it is small picture only. It's a lot we can do. The Internet of Things has paved its way in many fields like agriculture, construction, manufacturing, healthcare, automotive industry, telecommunication, logistics, and so many. There are wearables which came to market already. We have smartwatches, we have smart glasses, and so many. They can tell you better what's your health status, what is your heartbeat, what's your temperature, and whether it is time to make a walk for you or go to gym or something like that. So it helps and it changes the human life drastically. So according to Fortune Business Magazine's insights, the global Internet of Things market value has been estimated as $190 billion today. but it is projected to be about 1 trillion or more in coming years, particularly in 2026 onwards. So we cannot avoid this technology. We cannot turn our faces to the other side. It is a needy hour, needy topic, and our students must have some excellence in this technology and should have some certification too in this regards. People will, I assume, the students of computer science and engineering will enjoy this webinar, and they'll be eager to hear to the chief guest, Venkatakrishnan, Mr. Srinivasan, Mr. Gauri Shankar. So wish you all a warm day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable talk regarding the IoT as well as the present situation, what we are taking to the IoT. So on behalf of the department as well as an Institution Innovation Council of an Arunai, I also shall address by Mr. Venkatakrishnan, founder and CEO of Strido Technology. Venkat sir, can you take the session, please?
Good afternoon to one and all. I'm Venkat, founder and CEO of Strido Technologies. Let me introduce my about small information about company and what we are covering. So we are covering all the dimension in your academic support, internship, web development, IT training, technical workshops, and so on. So our main motive is to share our knowledge to the student for their career support. Today we are bringing up with two technical leads in leading IT industries to share their knowledge with you in the field of Internet of Things. So I'll hand over the session to Sir Jyotish sir.
Thank you, Venkat sir, for your valuable talk related to give a brief introduction about the two eminent females from the IoT. So I take this immense pleasure to invite Mr. Srinivasan N and Senior Software Engineering KPIT to take over the session. Please, sir.
Thank you, Jyotish sir, and a very good afternoon for one and all present here, and to the principal and to the staff members all, and the students all as well. So today, am I audible to everybody?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is audible.
Yeah. Thank you for the confirmation. I'm presenting my screen right now. Okay. Everybody able to see my screen?
Yes, sir. Is it able to see?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yeah. So, first of all, thank you for this opportunities for giving a small knowledge share to the students who are coming, they are emerging engineers of the futures. Thank you for this opportunities for the college as well as Strido Technologies. So let me introduce myself. I am Srinivasan N, Senior Software Engineer, KPIT Technologies, Bangalore. So I'm just working on right now, in the autonomous vehicle and powertrain. So I'm just working as an embedded software developer. As a serious, in the projects powertrain for electric variant, as well as autonomous car and in the camera module. So these are the few areas where I worked on, and I also worked on small IoT automations in the previous companies what I worked there. So I just want to today share a small knowledge, whatever I have with me and to the students who are present here. Okay. Let me start this session with a few questions, right? So why do this entire world is really concerned about this IoT? So why do we need IoT right now? Do we need because there are a lot of businesses going on. This is actually only a supportive for this whatever the industry is running right now in the market. So does IoT really does anything to the industries? What will happen if there is no IoT in the industries?
So at present, students are in auditorium actually.
Okay.
Maybe So you can have an, maybe I will ask the students to go for chat actually, because all the students have been assembled in auditorium. So
Okay,
I will
understood.
request any one of the things to, so you can make the session.
Sure. Okay. Fine. I thought it would be like
Yeah.
interactive section. Okay, not an issue. Yeah. So like industries right now, like basically the much profit making industries in, like, like online industries. Can we take an example like Amazon, Flipkart? So why they really go into like IoT? So basically these like in the olden days, what we trade is like we give the product and we get whatever products with money, or like we just exchange the products like for buying and selling. Right now, that all the market is entirely changed drastically before, I mean, after 10 years of decades actually. So the reason, a main reason is like Internet of Things. So internet, how it made like a contribution to the current market, and how it has increased that market value, and how it has trading has been increased worldwide from like every nook and corner of this world. So this drastic revolution made this entire market into a big profit making commercial industries like Amazon and Flipkart. So what exactly does this internet support these industries to make such an like huge profit in this like world market? So the main thing is like making availability and connecting the people using the hardware and giving whatever data is available with them, and like projecting their data, whatever they were having, to the people who are like all over the world. So this shares a lot of information as well, there whatever the available products and everything to the people on the every world, so that they can fulfill their needs, whatever they need in their daily life. So then is next question, like why this IoT, if it is not available, what will happen to each, and right now we have seen only for the industries, and what will happen if it is not available for each and every individual in this world? For example, like the person, like the family members who are present in India, and family, like their relatives are in the US or UK, or in some other every part of the world. So how they connect and everything, and as well as like how will they share the data from here? For example, in our company we work for the like clients over in Japan as well as the China and US. So we are working in a combined manner. Whatever team we are working here, we'll be working like another team in the same as Japan. So we have to share the data, as well as like we have to share all the whatever the requirements, everything we have to share it. So how this is possible working with world peoples, I mean, from here to over there? So everything which this internet has made possible, Internet of Things. So that's a main thing which has made like a unique thing about this IoT. IoT generally, it is like let's say platform where all the people show their like whatever the data they share, and they just rectify themselves, and they just enhance their quality as well as their thinking knowledge, whatever, I mean, available in the on the internet. So this is it's a platform where every individual share their ideas. So, and definition of Internet of Things, like what you've shown on the screen, is like it's a combination of embedded intelligence and ubiquitous connectivity and deep analytical insight that creates a unique and disruptive value companies and individual and societies. So these all combined is called as an internet, like embedded with this hardware as well as software, and the companies and individuals and societies, all they combined as like in a complete network. They join in a complete network with this all embedded into a single entity. So they're called as an IoT. So I basically this IoT ecosystem consists of like for example, if you take in Amazon as well, there's a consumer, there's a seller and a consumer, and there is an intermediate like Amazon, Flipkart. They're the intermediate persons who just been trading between the buyer and the seller. So these all this includes like hardware and sensors and the communication collective and big data, and they collect whatever the data we need, and they store it in the cloud as well, and they correctly manipulate the data and what is exactly the product or by customer needs, what are the exact product the customer needs, they are processing it, as well as they are like getting the perfect seller from the product from the perfect seller, and they are providing to the customer. So this is what happens in the Amazon as well. The IoT device collect the connecting of gateway, other edge devices where the data is either sent to the cloud to be analyzed or analyzed locally. So this is whatever data it is available in this like industries and everything, they put in the cloud, which is really useful for later for analytical purposes. So whatever the scenario what they got, they'll be storing it in the cloud, and they'll be analyzing it into a later on perspectives for the future projects as well. In IoT in our real time. So in this real time, we see like IoT wherever it is like a smart car and wearable devices like and smart appliances and smart building, smart home, and smart TVs, smart farming, and health and cities, smart cities. So basically, these are the appliances what we see daily life. Where IoT is like it is a part of our life. So basically, if we take like smart cars and smart like whatever we are working on smart car as well as I just want to share a few ideas what we do in the use IoT in the smart cars as well. So during right now you have heard about that like autonomous vehicles are like more booming in not in India's like right now in the level 2, like there are 5 levels like in autonomous cars, level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 5. So level 5 for level 1 is like starting stage, and the level 5 is like it's a completely autonomous cars. So like you have heard about the Tesla cars whatever been like released in the right now in the market, which is completely autonomous. So these actually cars need to be like they need data for a future. I mean whatever for example, like if your car is going in a city or some like a national highway, so it has to analyze it, what is the obstacle data or obstacle is coming, whether this is a human or a vehicle or it's like a bicycle rider or some other animal. So everything it has to analyze it like, and it has store the data as well, so in the cloud as well. It has to retrieve. And for example, if the car is like hitting like it is like hitting some like any vehicle or got accident in, so it has to store whatever the data is in the like for example speed, what is the latitude, longitude, position where the car has got accident, and it has to also like capture the image for like both the rear and front image of what happened, exactly the scenario. So these are all stored in the IoT cloud for the purpose of like how the I mean the scenario has happened. So for analyzing the scenario. So this helps in analyzing the situations for the future perspective. And we know like right now the smart homes and smart homes may like also booming right now in industries like automatic like light on off and everything. So these appliances also can be controlled right now with cloud, and each and every the appliances will be controlled via app. So this is a backend software entities which will be like supporting this IoT devices through cloud actually. So these are the basic like a real-time IoT appliances like which is available in our real-time daily life. And I just want to say about smart health also, like as it is like right now it is very important thing in our daily life, because whatever the patients was just logged in the hospital for the treatment, see he has to be like monitored from the day one to the until he has been treated, as well as like he has been like after treatment. So before treatment, after treatment, what are the patient like what are the patient monitor like heartbeat sensor as well as pressure, blood pressure and everything, and like how much like sugar levels and everything. So these all the logs are like will be stored in the cloud for the future analytical purpose. How this drugs, whatever the drugs which is given, and this drugs industries also play a main important role in the IoT. So whatever the drugs they're giving to the patients, they are just monitoring there, and they're just logging the data into the cloud, and they're just monitoring all this the like a particular period of time they're monitoring the patient's health, so that the drug, they will see the efficiency of the drug. And for example, right now so this Covaxin also they are under like they're also like they're like in the third phase of the testing. So they are continuously testing how drastically the Covaxin has been supporting the human's immunity system and opposing the coronavirus. So this also plays a vital role in IoT. And yeah, the next IoT benefits. So as we see, the IoT has a number of benefits, like organization wise as well as like individual wise. So today's scenario, we don't live without like smartphones and WhatsApp, like for example WhatsApp and Instagrams and Gmail for both as well as official, like working personal as well as like home persons. So that's not like it's a mandatory thing right now. It's been for all the individuals and as well as the organization for who are like running the daily life with IoT. The main points I want to cover is like in the business. So in the business, what we do in the IoT is like mainly the business, whatever they're running, they need first of all the industries whatever running, their need of IoT is because of the like for controlling the inventory, whatever the inventory they have, they need to be updated daily as well as. So the paperworks and the memory card storing, like right now it's been outdated. Whatever the data and everything like they are doing, they have been like outdated, like whatever the olden days before 10 years ago, they were storing the papers and in the memory cards, which is more tedious and which is like more consumes a lot of spaces as well as the industries. So these are like more like cost efficient. It's not most cost efficient as well as like it is like a very tedious process and takes time, and like process life cycle of a product also becomes increasing a lot day by day before IoT coming. So for that only they introduced an IoT. So for example, I want to show an image where the like Amazon supply chain has been like running on. So from the first image, what you see is like customer places an order, and the whatever order it is places only, it is stored in the cloud. So each customer has a username and login ID. So each customer will given a separate ID for him, and it is whatever products he has just registers, it has been stored in that cloud part. And the Amazon retrieves the cloud data, whatever it has been there, and it is like chooses whatever the products he has been ordered. It has been matched and given a QR code, and it has been dispatched to that whatever the like dispatching area. So you can see that each and everything it's been like for a particular customer, whatever product he has ordered, he has been given a barcode reader. So these barcode reader will be like imprinted, like it will be stored in the cloud in under the IP address of whatever, I mean an ID of whatever the customer is logged in. In that ID, this barcode will be like stored, and it will be like given dispatched on the customer end. So why this process? Why this process is made like more easier when IoT has came, and before what will happen if this process is done without an IoT? So can you imagine that this process is happening with possibility of so this makes more like of time as well as like money. These whatever the process right now they're made it into more crispy and efficient way, so that each and every user ID given a barcode, and it is stored in the cloud, and each barcode ID is like given to the particular product as well, and it is dispatched to the respective customer. So these are the main key benefits of IoT in the real time, like Amazon supply chain as well as Flipkart's supply chain. And it is you can see that like it has saved time, money. As well, be a long supply chain. For example, the product is coming from US and it has to come to Indian Amazon hub, and from Indian Amazon local hubs over there. So if the product is not mapped correctly to the customers, so there will be a lot of miss happens in the dispatching of the products. It will obviously the people will lose the trust on the Amazon as well as the Flipkart if they get another product, like some other product what they order or they didn't get the products. So these mistakes can be easily pinpointed and can be rectified using IoT and using the data analysis whatever they have retrieved from the supply chain. So these are the one of the example I've just mentioned right now, but a lot of examples are there where IoT can enhance the supply chain as well as like productivity of the industries and make better business decisions. So with this whatever business a decision what we made according to future perspective, we can make some future decisions how the people's mentality going to be in a future, so that we can make decision today itself using the logs, data, whatever we are retrieved from that. So it is a more efficient way of analyzing the data and generate more revenue as well. Yeah, obviously, revenue plays a vital role because for revenue only all the industries are running. So they the ultimate motive of all the commercial business industries and everything. Their ultimate motive is to generate more revenue. So how to make the more efficient of this industries for and running this industries, so with reduced cost efficient and maintenance and everything. So this also helps in this industries. Yeah. So these are the basic idea what I just want to convey to the students and here. Yes, right now I think Gauri Shankar, can you continue right now?
Yes, Srinivasan, I can.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Let me present my screen. Are you guys able to see my screen? Anyone can reply would be fine.
Sir, it is not sharing, sir.
Sorry?
It is not sharing, sir.
Fine, yes.
Yeah, now it is okay, sir.
Fine. Yep. First of all, good afternoon all. I'm sorry I don't have a camera. Good afternoon all. Myself Gauri Shankar. I'm working in Robert Bosch Engineering and Business Solutions as a senior software developer. So my major role is I'm a programmer of premium bikes like BMW, Ducati, Kawasaki, Suzuki. In this company, they will have a premium bikes. I am the programmer of such a premium bike. So here, so first thing, a basic internet of things. So I have to share my own experience once, because 3 years back when I attended my first interview, the question was, what is IoT? So IoT is a sensor or a model or a process. So such answer is enough to take a guy as a developer to know is aware of the IoT or not. But now in today's case, it is it's very it's in today's life it's very different, because in Amazon itself we are getting a lot of IoT devices. So first. So here the first definition is basically I'm a guy who don't follow the books and the definitions. So I will like the practical sessions only. So first basic definition I will give. So what is IoT? Leave about this. And what does IoT means? The IoT is a process which can be integrated to any of our embedded systems. It can able to make the devices can communicate each other. So for an example, I will tell you for an example a water can. Okay, so water can, is that a device or not? No, it is not a device. It's just a can. So if I'm adding a controller to it, and if I'm adding a temperature sensor, and again if I'm adding a LCD, then it will become an embedded device, because it is specially made to perform some electronic action which is based on the electronic. So what it can do is it can able to say the if I add a pH sensor, it will say the purity of the water. And another thing, it can able to say it will boil the water based on the temperature, and it will show in which level temperature it is. Okay, it is a normal embedded device. Where IoT takes place is hereafter I'm connecting a Wi-Fi model. Okay, and I have a Wi-Fi model. That means I'm connecting that to internet. What it can be do is it can upload all the data, how much amount of water I filled, and what is the current pH level of the water, and what is the temperature of the water. It can be stored in the cloud. So here the IoT takes place. Okay, so normally the characteristics of IoT. So the basic characteristics of IoT are these are the things: dynamic and self-adapting, self-configuration, interoperable communication protocols, unique identity, integrated into an information network. Actually, so the physical design. So what I said is here the models that the Wi-Fi models or to the connect which the a device which can able to enable the communication to the internet. That is the exact physical design of it. Okay, so we'll go for the logical model. So one advantage of the IoT is that the logical structure is entirely different from others. So if I want to modify an IoT device, so anything, it could be anything device. So I don't want to take, for an example, our water can itself. If the internet connectivity or the performance of the IoT is not good, means I don't want to replace the water can. I don't want to replace the controller or anything. Just the cloud connectivity is enough. I don't need to change the application layer here. Technically, it's application layer. I don't want to change anything in the application layer and the here the service layer. Only the device would be common. Only the service and communication. This particular middle layer is enough to change, and we can able to work with that. If you want to change the IoT device, that the particular single that service and communication layer, only that without disturbing the other, we can able to change it. Okay, so basically it has some structures. So that means the levels of IoT, how the IoT levels will work. So it's like we can able to connect to a small Wi-Fi network, and we can able to send the data to 100 meter of a range. So we can able to see that the data is in a mobile, so which is called as local host, we used to say. And here is the local and cloud connections, which can able to see in the local and as well as in the cloud. And like the way it is expanded to 4 devices and 5 devices, like that. So the main thing I need to say is what is the need of IoT when the IoT is entered into the world. Maybe 5 years back or 6 years back, no, it is entered into the in the world is before 20 to 1990s, I guess. Okay, in before 1980s also it was there, it was identified, it was invented, but we don't have a need of such a devices. So because when the devices are there, when the IoT connectivity was there, that our okay okay, fine. So whenever when we are having that IoT devices, when we are having the IoT inventions, we don't have a need of the IoT device. That means we don't have the need of that IoT things, because on the time the embedded system itself is it's in progress. So having a mobile phone is that means a dream for everyone. Having a own laptop is a dream for everyone. And the internet connectivity before 3 to 4 years back itself, the internet connectivity was maybe we used to use 100 MB per month and 200 MB per month. So that means that is not the correct time to evolve the IoT devices. So here, what happened is some years back. So all in the entire world, it has only a crore of IoT devices, which are computer connected with the IoT. So where are all we have the computers? In colleges, in institutes, in some petrol bunks, in railway stations. Only these are all the areas which is not only the public, which is the highest sector, where the common people can't able to go and access. In such a case that IoT enabled devices was there, and after 10 years what happens is some billions of improvements will happen. How it is means all the system, all the labs and in the institutes, the major institutes, it had some 200 to 300 of computer system where students can able to access. Okay, like that. In after some year, what happened is we are having some enabled some other devices. Normally in simple things, normally in simple internet centers were evolved, internet centers. On each and every street, they will have, definitely will have a minimum of five devices with the internet connectivity. Okay, and the world evolved and improved. So what happened is now the home automation system and in nowadays toothbrush have is having the it's embedded toothpaste is still an embedded device and it has the IoT connectivity. So here till the world is challenging the devices manufacturers of the IoT devices, they are challenging in the year of 2000 or above 2040. Each every person will have minimum 10 IoT devices. Okay, so then let me play you a video so which can able to explain about the basic IoT device. So okay, so this is a robot which is it's called as TennyBot. I hope you guys are aware already. Maybe some of them are not aware. So here, this is a robot which is enabled with IoT connections. So here, as I said, the 10 years or 20 years back, if a person is saying, I know about robot, means he is a genius. In 10 years, 5 to 6 years back, nearby. So if a person is working with robot, still we will say that means he is a guy working in updated technology. But nowadays, world, everyone is working with robot. So here, see here, it's a robot which is previously what we think. If we are going to implement a robot, means which is going to change the world, which is going to make a thing which is that means human which can't be done, like that robot we show, like a robot we see in the Endiran movie. So if a guy is implementing a robot, if the robot there is a need of a robot, it means it will work like a superhero. So it will do a thing which is unimaginable. It will do a thing which is which human can't do. But nowadays, see here, it is just a ball picking robo in the ground. So what will be, as you see, what it will do is, whenever there is, that means that the tennis balls are dropped out around the tennis ground, it will go and pick the balls that will collect it in a bowl. Okay, that is the simple that is the thing. It is even 5 years kid can do it. Okay, so now world is replacing such a robots in everywhere. So here, how it is works is, there is a camera and a sensor, as mentioned in the video. There is a camera and sensor. It's connected with the image processing system. Basically, there will be a processor and it is connected with the image processing system. That image processing is seeing there is an object. It's based on the object detection system. It is detecting the object and it will collecting it. Okay, so that is the main process of the robot, and where the IoT enters. Here, that is without IoT itself, the robot can work. But where the IoT enter is, yeah, you can able to see there is a guy who's touching and opening in a mobile, and you're touching marking the area where it have to collect. Okay, that connectivity is mainly on the IoT. So actually, that robot is connected with the TennyBot server. That server, he will be a client of that server. So he's opening. He had a app in his hand. So he's opening it. So he is touching that. That means he is selecting that area, and it is going and collecting it. So what will happen is, in a long run, we can able to see how much of balls we are missing, how much of balls we are using per day. So this data can be stored in a cloud, and we can able to use it, reuse it in another area on the time. And here some another related video. Please watch it. I hope the internet connectivity is good. So in later also it is available in YouTube. You guys can go and search it. So this is a product called Babylon. It is completely based on IoT. Okay. So here without that IoT is just normally a tennis racket. Okay. So it's a tennis racket. So what happened here is he added that is integrated with some sensors. That Babylon is integrated with some sensors, so it can able to say how much is doing a correct serve, and he is giving a correct kick, and then each and how fast he is reacting, everything that the tennis racket can able to understand. So here the role of the IoT is, so again it is first it is normal a bad, and after that with integrating a system with some sensors, that gyroscope, accelerometer, so integrating it with the battery and controller, it is just an embedded device. So what it can able to say with just a embedded device, it can able to detect how the player is working, how the player is playing. So only the data, it will not store the data, it will store how much good he is in. Okay, if we connected with the IoT, the power of the IoT, what happened is, we can store the data, it can collect the data, and it can send it to a cloud server. Okay, with the cloud server we can able to store it. And after in this video I hope you guys listened, and the players after the game, they came to the test area, and they checking how good he played it. Okay, so it's not only with the robot, it is improving the guy's knowledge. He integrated with the guy's sense, and is improving it. Last service, in the last 10 years you are playing in this such a manner. In 2 days once, 2 days once, or weekly once, you are improving your game. So then what happened now, your swing is become good. First you are 2% of you had a knowledge of 2% of swinging technique, and the service for the, and the last 10 service in the 8 was good and 2 was good. Now you are improving yourself like that improvement knowledge, it can give. So because of the IoT, what it can do is, and another advantage of the IoT is, it can upload it to a server. For an example, the A is a server, name of the server. Okay, I'm playing the game in Coimbatore. Okay, I'm uploading that to the cloud. So that is stored here. He's a guy XXX. He scored a score of 92%. And there will be another guy in Maharashtra. He can also have a good skills than me. So that portal, that his skill level also, it will upload it there. Okay, so later with the help of the machine learning and everything, what we can able to, how evolve we can evolve this. And so how we can evolve is, we can able to say, if it is a good service, it should be like this. If it is a bad service, it should be like this. So you are nearby to this service. For an example, 100% is the baseline of the service, means you are in near to 72%, you are near to 73%. It will help the players to involve and to improve themselves. So long back, for 30 years 40 years of back, the people who can able to spend a time or for some years, they can able to understand the game, they can able to they can have the knowledge of how to improve the game, what is the good game is. But with the help of this, everyone can understand in a minute what is a good game is, what is a good service, how to swing a ball, how to swing in the lower height, how to skill in the upper body. So everything it can able to say in a minute. So if a guy who is interested in practicing it, maybe in a month he can be a wonderful player. So it's completely it is a this is called as a drastic improvement. Before that, I don't know how much rackets are sold and how much players are playing it. After this, lot of play will buy it, and everyone will easily learn the tennis game. Okay. And here is the last video. I hope you guys can understand this video because it's a very simple one. It's a direct one. It's a rescue video. It's a rescue drone. It is made by Intel. So what happened is, if a person in this video itself, a person is lost somewhere in the somewhere in between the forest, in the dense forest, he's asked for the request. That means he's asked for the help for the rescue, and a drone came. A drone came near to him, and he showed the path how to came out, how to come out. Okay. So here. These are all the things which is evolved how to say, which is showing another phase of the IoT. So in before that, distance communication, the drone that's controlling the drone itself. Before that, what happened is, drone will fly, it will be connected with the remote player. Okay. So there will be remote, some distance it can able to do. After that, RF is introduced. With the RF, what it can do is some kilometers it can able to travel. So some kilometers it can able to travel, around the kilometers it can able to see. It can able to the controller it can fly. But after involving the IoT, that video processing is done. So in that front, so the RF and Bluetooth, the Wi-Fi is not capable of transferring the video frames within a long distance. For example, 10 kilometer away, there is a camera, and I have to see the frames from here. Means without internet, it is impossible. In another way, it is possible. We can store the video and we can see it, but in a live, it is impossible. So, with the help of the IoT, that means it enabled that option. So viewing the camera frames and transferring in a fraction of minute, and we can able to that live streaming. It's called as live streaming. Okay. Well, just think about it. That is a camera with a low power. That means a poor connectivity. Okay. What about is it is transferring if we connect it with a Bluetooth. What happened? The camera will definitely will transfer the frame, but in a slow rate. For example, if you're seeing a view, that first view itself here is saying. See here, this is the case. If we connect this with Bluetooth, means what will happen? That frames will transfer and it will receive to us after 10 seconds. So after 10 seconds, what happens is the drone will be in the ground. Again, we need to send another person to rescue the drone, and after that, we have to rescue the person. So okay, so the power of the IoT, what happened is now that frames transfer is enabled. So after that, it is enabled to too much of options. So and then unimaginable things are happened. So practically, and the power of the IoT, what are the things that are happening in the real world, the current world is, So we are a guys who working in auto, that means real-time systems. So we should not say which company is doing and when it is going to come to the world. So I will say without a company, it's already got a patent with the IoT, with the help of the IoT things. So home automation system is a very basic IoT system that everyone know. So after that, how it evolved is not only the lights and bulbs, that a fridge, microwave oven, and even the switches have IoT sense. So it is enabled a complete IoT enabled home. What the system, what it can able to say is it's company automotive company which is making the bike and cars. Okay, they got a patent that um, based on the mood, your bike throttle will be adjusted automatically, suspensions and throttle will be adjusted. In example, the outcome I'm saying, in example, if a guy is in a very tensed mood, is in a hurry, is in a tensed mood, means if he raised the throttle and if we raise the throttle immediately, the bike will not respond to that pickup. It will reduce the pickup and it will raise the bike slowly. So how it is happened is the based on the how fast he is closing the fridge door, how fast he is tuning the fan tuner, and how he is handling the microwave oven, and how he is using the plates and everything. That is recorded been for a long time, and based on that there will be a data. There will be data. For an example, in a home there is a person called X who is the owner of the bike. That person how is controlling everything. If he is controlling smoothly, is the he drove closed the door smoothly, fridge door is closed smoothly, he switched the buttons in the microwave and for 1 second once, like that in a correct pulse, means bike can understand. There is algorithm inside the bike. It can able to understand the person in a correct mode, so it will open all the controls. Whenever you want, you can raise the throttle. Whenever you can apply a sudden brake. Whenever you can make a drift. So if or in another day, if a person mood is not good, based on the sudden door closing of the door, and next immediately again and again pressing the button in the microwave oven, and how fast he is pressing the fans and light switch, based on this it will take the data and it will adjust himself. The bike will automatically, if we raise the throttle, it will not go fast, and brakes will be adjusted very smoothly. For an example, sudden brakes will not be happen. Very smooth brakes only it will happen, and the bike automatically will sense the person in front of the front vehicle of the person. If he isn't going in a 50 and the front vehicle is going in a 30 minutes, it will alert him. Actually, you're going for the overspeed. Then in the road, the passenger who is in front of you is going in a speed of 30. That level alert it will do. And another system, the based on the IoT, how it has happened is, and it's a sleep monitoring system. It's an helmet. Okay, in a helmet there will be some set of bunch of sensors which can able to identify, which can able to sense that how the person is, how fast he is blinking his eyes, and how long he's looking directly to the light, and everything it will sense. The major activity of the helmet is it will sense the person, the rider who is riding the bike, is sleeping or not. Sleeping in the sense mean it's not the based on the deep sleep or sudden sleep. It's a micro sleep. Micro sleep is a thing which we do in our max class. In a moment we will open our eyes, we'll listen to the board and we'll listen to the person, but nothing will store in our brain. If a person is calling our name, at the third time we will realize we have been called. So like that sleep the kind of one. And another sleep is we will be awake and we will seeing, suddenly a moment we will fall asleep. Okay, that is a micro sleep. This both two conditions it will analyze. It will it will all the time it will looking into your eyes, and it will sense the person is in active or not, based on the eyeball moment and based on the eyelid moment. So if you close your eyes for a millisecond, suddenly it will make a vibration in your helmet and it will wake you. Okay, so based on this is the first thing. Here the power of the when we connect it to a IoT, what it happens is regularly it will monitor how long you are sleeping for the first time, second time. What is the time duration between the first time and the second time? What is the time duration between the third time, second time and the third time? So based on this, and how frequently you are that means clipping your eyes, highlights, eye blinking, for an example, I'm a person hearing So when I'm hearing, um, when I'm using that helmet, it can able to adapt it to itself. Like he is a person who will close his eyes for a microsecond. That means that microsecond for some seconds, again between some seconds. So it is not a micro sleep. For this person, micro sleep is considered as some 150 milliseconds or 350 milliseconds, like that. 100 millisecond is the blinking time. Okay, so 250 milliseconds, 350 milliseconds is the blinking time. For another person, is the person who is not blink his eyes less than 100. Normally he is blink his eyes for less than 100 milliseconds. So if he closed his eyes for 200 milliseconds, that is micro sleep. That level fine tune it can able to do. So this is already the patent is already taken by a big company. So in maybe in a 5 to 6 years, you can able to see this product in Amazon. So these are all the upcoming patents which is going in a innovation world of real innovation makers, real innovative product makers, and sensors makers. And Google is make the sensor. It's just a small semiconductor radar, so which can able to say the gestures, the hand gestures. Based on your hand gestures, for an example, if you are moving your hand like raising a volume, that sensor can able to understand that the person is with that sign is saying raising or to raise a volume. It will raise the volume and the sound system. For an example, if you are saying to stop, that sense is can able to understand by the sensor which is made by Google, and it can able to say that means the person is saying stop. So all the sense based on some a radar effort. Okay, so based on the radar effect, it's doing it. Okay, these are all the upcoming products, and which can be available now as a device. It is there on the Google, but later as a sensor it will come in 2 to 3 years in Amazon and Flipkart. So that we can able to integrate, and we can do the cool stuff whatever we want. So okay, so I hope you guys understand what is IoT. So
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable talk, Mr. Gauri Shankar.
yes.
And the demonstration which you given, definitely it will invite the students, especially when they are constructing an IoT, because they are having a focus. We are having a focus on March 18 and 19. We have a plan to conduct a program named an Ideathon, which having a focus of problem statements, and then one of the problem statement is an IoT, smart vehicles, and renewable energy, and so on. So regarding that, I think the students will get some kind of idea related to that, and they will get some kind of platforms, how the IoT can able to enable in future, and that what you told about the patterns and related to the self-driving cars. So sir, can you give any suggestions to the students? They are in the platform of IoT. As an initial step, what is the background level they want to start up to encourage their knowledge in the base of IoT? Please, sir.
Okay. So here, the only thing I would suggest is because I'm a person who like more practical things. So they have you people have to start. That means that student I'm saying. So you people have to start by your own, making a simple devices, like how a cloud upload is happen, how a cloud download is happen, to improve yourself in a IoT world. So here now in 2 to 3 years, most of the companies is become a IoT company. Even my company Bosch is an they will make the invention for life, and now we are improving ourselves in machine learning and AI. So the Bosch is pushing the employees to learn AI and machine learning. With the cost, Bosch will pay the cost of the courses and classes. We guys have to learn the things, because Bosch is going to be an IoT company. And it's not only Bosch; all the top product manufacturing companies are going to make IoT devices, not like huge devices, as you saw in the video, and like your principal said, that IoT enabled home appliances. How many? Everyone know home appliances can be controlled by IoT, but how many of us have those devices in our home? Bosch is going to do it. Bosch is going to sell the IoT enabled devices, which can be connected. Each and every product will be connected together, and it will react based on the one product how we are using. Another thing, it will take the sense and it will react based on it. So if you want to learn about IoT means that means a lot of platforms are there, like things like Amazon Cloud Service and everything, that Firebase for Google, and everything is there. So you people go and start. That means basic initial technical things you think, and everyone, most of us will have the application knowledge. Most of us are genius only. They know how to make a product and how the product would be, if it is that means how the product would be better. நம்ம நிறைய டைம் நம்ம திங்க் பண்ணி இப்படி இருந்தா நல்லா இருக்குமே, சரி, இந்த ப்ராடக்ட்லாம் கிடைச்சா நல்லா இருக்குமே, ஏன் இதை யாரும் பண்ண மாட்டேங்கிறாங்க. ஸோ வி guys are already genius. So you have to spend time to think and spend time to make it.
Thank you, sir. Maybe in future we can have any demonstration related to the technique we told about the Google and as well as the Firebase, so
Yep.
that maybe I will talk with Venkat for any other session exclusive for a demonstration related to the IoT. So there is a question from the student side. Mr. Karthikeyan from third year CSE department is asking a question. Sir,
Yep.
can we trust IoT 100% because Tesla car registered more accident in a year?
Okay, so yes, I can answer this. So can we trust the IoT or not? We can trust. Yes, we can, because what is the problem with the Tesla is he is a guy who thinks very advanced. For an example, battery car is when no one know about it, that means only battery car is used for toy, that means only for playing purpose. He introduced a battery car in a real life. A real man can travel in a battery that means a car which is running in the battery. It is a pollution free cars. But he was a mistake, he did this in the 2002 he introduced it. But on the time, no one is aware of the battery gas, and as Karthikeyan said, so many accidents are happened. Okay, but now what happened is in your system, we all have to think this: 5 to 10 years of back, what is the processor you are using? What is the capacity, graphics capacity of this? Our computer, what we are using? What is the current capacity? What is the processor speed one are using now? Which is highly we something called duty cycle of a processor. That processor world is evolved in the last 5 to 6 years. It is evolved a lot. So in 5 years back, if you have a old system, we can't able to play a Call of Duty Ghost in that computer. We can't even 6 years back that even in the games, normal games, I'm saying Medal of Honor game, those games we can't able to play. Even a game can't able to play. Then with the help of, if a car is making that level processor, how we can expert such a very big that means a very lot of features. That is really in that time it is impossible. And today's world, per day we are using 2 to 3 GB of internet. That internet availability of internet is that level high, and we have a processor which can able to resist 2 to 3 GB of internet actions per day. We are doing this for continuously. So everyone know, we all the time in our mobile we enable the internet for more than 2 to 3 years. Our phone can resist it. Then why can't a car can do it? We can 100% believe in IoT in future days because processors improved that capacity, internet providers improved their capacity, machine learning algorithms and ML algorithms are improved a lot. So all together will give you success. The person who are all believing in the IoT, definitely they can. That means the products like the Tesla cars and like Bosch Innovation Systems, everything. That even Philips is doing a IoT enabled bulbs now. So you can trust on IoT 100%. You can trust. If my own suggestion is, you can believe it 200%.
Thank you, sir. There is another question from the second year student. So let I give the opportunity for the students to talk with you. So just a minute.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Sorry, your voice is very low.
Hello, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Oh, yeah, it's fine now.
Sir, as you mentioned that it takes IoT takes some video it takes a image IoT image while traveling on car. Is it possible to track a live video on just via live video on IoT? Just placing our live video on taking cars and for example, we are removing that live capturing image and we are giving an live tracking image. Live image like videos, including videos, not only images. Is it possible, sir?
Actually, it is possible and it is happened. That means the world is moving with it. And I hope you have, as Srinivasan said, he is working on autonomous vehicles. Okay, those autonomous vehicles is doing that real-time camera options only. Before that, what happened is they are using a low range of radar. So let me explain, and because I'm a person who speaks a lot. I'm sorry. Okay. So what happened is when I starting the autonomous vehicle, what they used is they used a radar. So with the help of the radar, that car can able to that means that comfort zone of the car is 50 kilometers. 50 kilometers per hour it can travel. That means with the assurance of for that level speed, it can able to detect a person in front of that vehicle and person in front of that vehicle, or the vehicle in front of that current vehicle can able to see. After that, they are moved up with a system called lidar. Okay, laser based sensor. That's a low range of laser based. So based on that, what happened is it can able to move fast of 60 to 80, because that lidar is a technology which can able to give the input as that fast. And now world is going with the updated lidar and the cameras only, live streaming cameras only. All the autonomous vehicles had a live streaming camera, 24 into 7 into 365 days. It will record the video, and most of the things are recorded by the real-time camera only. So it may be like really the autonomous vehicle doing with the updated lidar. For an example, between per second it will run for 100 times. That level speed that lidar will work. Okay, but the real-time cameras is still the real-time cameras is used to detect the person, driver monitoring system. I hope you guys aware. And
Yeah.
another system in the MNC's sites, we will say automated driver assistance system. Okay, so that these are all the system is running with the real-time camera only with the help of IoT. If a IoT is not there, those frames will not reach the server. Then server can't provide the how to say the result. And another thing is in between I forgot as the real time that MG Hector. Okay, MG Hector has came with 5G enabled internet connectivity. It's already
Yeah.
there in the road. So you that means connecting those systems, it is possible. And it's not only possible, it is already there in the market. It is
Yeah.
already released for the third level customer itself. Like you and me, we can buy a car and we can use that. We can feel that we can use the feature. It is
Yeah.
100%. It's possible. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, sir. Can we access that IoT products with low internet connectivity rather than 5G, or can we access below than what is the minimum speedage or bandwidth which we can access the live processing images or videos, anything?
Actually, live processing image, that exactly I can't able to say the percentage, but
Yeah,
another
okay.
the thing I can able to suggest is MQTT. I hope you are aware. That is a protocol which is specially made for the IoT process. That what is the speciality of the that MQTT protocol is, even with the less bandwidth, it can able to transfer the data. Even with a less bandwidth, very less bandwidth, even less than the bandwidth of your WhatsApp message. That means your
Yeah,
WhatsApp
yeah, yeah, okay,
itself
sir.
need a minimum message that capacity to transfer the messages. With that level of capacity, that bandwidth is enough to transfer a data in the MQTT protocol. And the
Yeah, okay.
research is going on to based on the MQTT that live streaming techniques to happen. So that is already going on, and but it is possible.
Yeah, okay, sir.
And
Thanks
it
a
is,
lot, sir. That's for the
yep.
day, sir.
Yes. Thank you. Any other?
Sir, another question from Mr. Karthikeyan of an third year CSE department. What is the
Um,
difference
I'm sorry. I'm
between
sorry. Your voice is very low. But saying another question from Karthik again.
yeah,
That I can able
it,
to understand now.
the question is what is the difference between IoT and IIoT?
IIoT.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to ask this. What is IIoT?
I don't know that they are telling that it is an industrial Internet of Things and Internet of Things. That's what
Oh,
the
that
question. Yeah, yeah,
industrial version 4.2 that IoT is asking about,
yeah,
because I'm not
yeah.
aware about IIoT. I'm
Uh-huh.
really
Okay.
sorry, Karthikeyan. I'm not
Because
having
it's an
enough knowledge to explain you. Yes, yes.
yes. So another question is, sir, how can we avoid privacy leakage over reliance on technology and the loss of jobs because of IoT? If you want, again, I will repeat, sir, how can we
Uh,
avoid privacy leakage over
mm,
reliance on technology
mm.
and the loss of jobs because of IoT?
Okay. So actually, I couldn't able to understand the question properly because if you need a correct answer, I need to understand the question. Can I ask in Tamil?
I think
Everyone
they are
here is
asking.
Tamil, right?
Yeah, they are asking. I think so. They are how the reliable we can able to make it on the job of IoT. That's what I think so. That's what he come to say. So I think
If
so.
that is the question, means I
What is
can
the
answer.
reliable?
That's what I'm saying. See, if I'm not an IoT engineer, I'm openly say I'm not an IoT engineer. I'm a pure embedded engineer. I can able to do the IoT actions like IoT automations. I can able to do. I can work with IoT devices. That means I can do, but I'm not IoT guy before 1 year before. Now what happened is I said my company itself is moving for IoT. My company is having a 20,000 to 30,000 of employees already there, and the company already aware all the 20,000 persons are not expert in IoT. Okay, but still my company is offering moving to as an IoT company based on that employees only. So IoT, the job assurance in the IoT is very is a simple word for this. Very, 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 very high. If you are good in the technology.
Okay.
And in a simple term, we will. A lot of us we used to say, if we studied engineering, we will not get job. That is entirely wrong. Even in my company, they are opening for 1,500%, but no one is eligible. No one is eligible engineer. If you are a good engineer, you will definitely will get a job like that only. I know some basic terms of IoT, and I'm looking for a job with a high amount of salary means impossible. That is really impossible. If you are good in IoT, like how the market is needed, and what level of engineer the product you need such a high end of product. I want to use a product where the US presidents are using that level product I need, but I will not be a that level engineer means definitely the job opportunities will not be there. If you are good
So,
enough to make a product, you will get a job.
so as we know that the common applications of IoT will be available in home automations or transportations or any medicals, health related or buildings or cities. So especially in India, which particular applications are booming up, especially related to IoT?
The thing I can say is automotive industry, like
Okay.
the things where the bikes and cars we are using, that is improving with the IoT systems. The home automation, that home based products are already evolved. It's already done. That means products are already available. Maybe in a year it will take a year to reach the last level customer, like third level customer like us. But it is already evolved. That means that the product making home appliances product makers are definitely not in a need of IoT developers. The automotive developers in the automotive field, they are in a need of IoT developers because unimaginable things are going on. That's the only thing I can say.
Yeah, because of this pandemic situations, actually, what we are
Yes.
facing now. Yeah.
And
So
another thing
another,
is, yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you can say so. Yes.
So yes, sir, you can proceed. No, not an issue.
Actually, what I tried to say is, I am an automotive engineer I'm an automotive engineer. I'm working in some top level company, so I should not say some upcoming products in front. So that's a secret, company secret. I should not say it. For that only, I'm saying simply there's an IoT in automotive. There is a lot of things are unimaginable things are going.
So another question from the student, sir. If I want to become an IoT engineer in India, which
Mhm.
company can I prefer, or what are the companies is available in India?
Okay, fine. And here the reply back question is, what kind of company we are looking for in India? Because Bosch is a German company, Kawasaki is a Japanese company. All the companies are having a branch in India. So in this case, in you have to work in India or you have to work for Indian company. That specific that classification I need. So for
So
the
better
person
we,
I'm asking, sir.
so better I can take it as an Indian company.
Indian company means definitely we don't have such a thing because we have a high tax to pay. No Indian companies will come in front for the IoT development.
Okay. So another question, what are the lowest and highest temperature which is tolerant for the performance of IoT?
Actually, this question is a bit weird. So what I can say is, in what kind of temperature it can work. Is that the thing you are asking?
Yes, yes, that's what I think. So the students has been asking over in the
Okay,
chat.
fine. So here the thing I said, um, and the starting I said I have my experience on engineering. So he asked, that means when I came for the interview, he asked me what is IoT? IoT is a product. IoT is a sensor. IoT is a process. So here the answer is IoT is it's a process. If it is a sensor, we can able to say in particular temperature, after a temperature it will not work. And another thing, and um, if it is a product, if it is a board, means even the after of temperature it will melt and it will not work. But IoT is now it is connected with the satellite, so all over the world in all the temperature conditions it will work. So that radiation, that world is evolved in maybe 20 to 30 years back itself. So we don't need to worry about that. That IoT is a thing which is not starting here. ஸோ அதாவது நம்ம கரெக்டாக சொல்லணும்னா நம்ம ஒரு மூவி டைலாக் மாதிரி தான், நான் தொழில பண்ணது தான் அவங்ககிட்ட, கத்துக்கிட்டது அவங்ககிட்ட இல்லைன்னு. அந்த மாதிரி நம்ம இப்ப பாக்குறோம் அவ்வளவுதான். பட் அது இப்ப ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகல. இட் இஸ் ஸ்டார்டட் 60 to 70 years பேக், மேபி 100 years பேக். ஸோ அது இப்போ எவால்வ் தான் இருக்கு. ஸோ இன் டெம்பரேச்சர் திங்ஸ், இன் ஆல் டெம்பரேச்சர் இட் வில் ஒர்க். வாட் ஆர் த திங்ஸ் யூ இமேஜின் இட் வில் ஒர்க்.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Maybe the students will having multiple ideas which they going to be started to be posted on March 18 and 19. Maybe it's a request from the student side that if Mr. Gauri Shankar is available on the March 18th with us, so that related to an IoT projects which is going to be presented by the students. So let them have a clean kind of knowledge as well as the path where the students can able to make it. So on behalf of students, I invite you for the Ideathon to be posted by the Institution Innovation Council to be posted on March 18th. Please, sir.
Yes. Thank you, sir. I will be there. Yes, thank you.
Because there are multiple teams available with that, especially from the second and third year. Because the only they have been started to work with IoT, especially with the little level of projects with a microcontroller like microbit or an Arduino, and maybe they will also work with Raspberry Pi, I think so. So if you have the guidance with the proper, especially from the industrial sides, so that the students can able to take it to the right path related to the IoT projects as well as to the prototype. So another one personal question. So when you are taking as an idea, how the idea has been converted to the model and how the model is converted to the product. So what is the phase that we needed, or in what way it has been done actually related to the IoT product?
Okay, so is this the question? So I need to say what is a product?
Yeah, any product, how it has been started with an idea, because students are in the stage to present the ideas, something like they want to give a problem statement and they want to mention what is the idea they proposed and what is the prerequisite knowledge they needed to do that particular product. And once it become as a prototype or an pilot project, then they want to convert it to a real project. So maybe in real time you have that kind of experience, especially in the product level.
Yep. Yes. So actually this as it is in the way you said, as per the, if I want to explain in the process based means, I don't know how to say, I don't know I can say this or not.
No.
Maybe this is a process of my company, so I'm thinking.
I'm not asking the process of company, because
actually no. Some mic issue. So what I'm thinking, in the inner me is thinking. So is it, I can say this or not? But simple thing in a very common manner I can say is ideation. First, it should be documented, a clear documentation. That means this was the thing I'm going to do. This was the thing I'm going to do. Like that, it have to be in a documentation side, like a theory. And okay, practically you have to make a prototype, which for an example, I'm targeting for a device or a system which can perform at a 97% of this. So that prototype, it should cover it at least of 10%. For an example, if I'm making a autonomous car which can able to sense a person in between 10 meter away, and it can move when it is moving in the speed of 100 kilometer. So is that the process you are making? Means you have to make a prototype, at least it can move 1 meter per second, and it have to sense at least 5 meter guy in a extent of 5 meter. That level prototype we have to make. And after that, when we go for the real-time products, what will happen is I hope we all aware a bit, but standards are there, so it should work in this tough conditions. Real-time testing will be very, very very cruel the real-time testings will be. So it should cross that level testings. So after that, it can be a product. So till as a college student, as a good innovation thinker, or we can able to that achieving to a POC type POC of a product itself is a good stage.
Okay. Okay. So, what are the products, especially to the social needs of an rural development, especially in the rural development in the India? So, which are all the products which you identify that it is an essentially to be converted to an IoT?
I would say with my knowledge, I would say that I saw just now I say about sleep monitoring helmet for a two-wheeler.
Okay.
That I will say, because in rural areas, and it's not about a village. I'm saying the guy
Yeah.
with the mentality of that guy with the mentality. So most of them they will travel for a long time, and some of them they will have some not a premium bikes or with it can able to adjust in all the conditions. No, they will use a very simple normal bikes. So they will that sleep monitoring based on the micro sleep they will that meeting an accident when they're using a minimum car very low end cars, that sleep monitoring device can able to help them. The another thing is things like the Babolat bat. I'm not saying about the tennis racket. Things such a things like once I got a prize in innovation hackathon, which is a water can. What that water can will do is, which is normally a water can. As I said, this thing I said before many. What is that water can will do? It has some bunch of sensors and a bunch of sensors. So actually, I'm planning this for a pattern, so I couldn't able to express all the features I had.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
but simply I will say that is a sensor. But you, the problem I need to the problem I trying to solve is, so whenever you're going for trekking, so it's in another place which is far from your home, so you can carry a 1 liter of water, 2 liter of water, but it is impossible to carry a water which is for your need for a whole day. So what is the solution is, you will have a water can, you will search for a water somewhere, you will get it and you will drink, not in the shop I'm saying. Like we used to say that normal water in the different places we used to say we drink different waters, that water condition may affect your health. So that is the target. So in rural areas, that is normally it will happen. They used to drink water from the farms, and they used to drink water from the old well, and they used to store the water in a home for more than 30 days, and they will drink. They don't know that they used to say they are in still my home the pot is there. In most of the villages still people are using pot. Okay, the one advantage in the containers we are using is we can able to see the bottom, and something is floating or something is swinging, we can able to see. But in the pot it is difficult to identify. The people they will not that means consider about the condition of the water. They will drink it, and the based on the waters the illness will come after 6 or 7 months. Though so this is the main target I'm planning for. So that water can, what it will do is it will see the drinking condition of the water. So it will have a percentage of 75%. If the water pH level is 75% good, then it is eligible for drinking. Or otherwise, it will boil the water, it will sterilize the water, and it will try to purify the water. So okay, these kind of stuffs are needed. These are the stuffs needed for the particular village. So what will happen is here the role of IoT. So what is the role of IoT here will solve is in a village, 100 people are there in the village, only 10 people are able to buy the water cans. Okay, for an example I'm saying they are trying to buy the product. Okay, that data is well enough to say that the water around the village is not good. So based on that we can change we can that means interested person can help them, or we can able to make a awareness program that the water around the villages that contains this type of illness. So to get it should be if it should be a eligible drinking water, these are all the process you need to follow. First you need to boil the water, without boiling don't drink, like this kinds of awareness we can able to see.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Gauri Shankar, for your valuable talk on the topic of an IoT, and especially to an society of students. So on behalf of students as well as an institution, Innovation Council of an Aruna Engineering College, on behalf of Department of Computer Science and Engineering, I thank you, Mr. Gauri Shankar, for your valuable talk and that the idea that you given over to the students, and what are the practical things that you are deploying in your company, as well as what is the expectations in the real time, especially to the IoT and the students. I think the students will have a platform for the IoT. I think I thanks to Mr. Srinivasan as well as Mr. Venkatakrishnan sir, where I'm appreciating that you are given a platform to the students on the behalf of IoT. So thank you, Mr. Gauri, and thank you, Mr. Srinivasan, and as well as Venkatakrishnan sir, to be a part of our institution. So, Mr. Gauri Shankar, I'm also make my personal thanks that you taken our students to the right direction related to an IoT and to the real-time applications. And we will shortly expecting you with the concurrence with Mr. Venkatakrishnan to be on giving some kind of real-time demonstration for our students, so that students can enrich their knowledge in the IoT and as well as in an embedded area. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for this opportunity.